Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by today. For today's video, I believe this is part 5 of my round 2 of my 2021 eyeshadow collection and declutter. I expect this one to be much more of a massive declutter than my other ones were, so if that sounds interesting to you, then why don't we go ahead and get started. Yeah, so I know I've been mentioning in some of my a lot of my videos that these were coming because I just still have way too many palettes. I did not get rid of enough palettes in my first declutter, and plus I've brought in more palettes, so I've got to be more cutthroat and more decisive and get rid of more palettes. So that's what I'm doing. So with all that being said, let's get her rolling. Alright, first I'm going to start with my Natasha Denona Star palette. This is an absolutely beautiful palette, but honestly I never reach for this. I don't know why. I really don't, because she's beautiful, but I just never reach for it. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one go, which is shocking to me that I'm letting that one go, but yeah, I'm going to let that one go. This is the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox. I am going to definitely hang on to this one. I love all the cool tones in this palette. This is a beautiful palette, so I am going to hang on to this one. If I can get the plastic little thing back in there correctly. Alright, next I have the Pirates of the Caribbean by Lorac. You know, I never use this one anymore, and I've hung on to it for more nostalgia because I loved Pirates of the Caribbean, but I never reached for it. So I am going to go ahead and let it go. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's a hard decision. I can't believe I'm letting that one go. Next up is BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection. Don't think that they sell this anymore. So I am going to go ahead and let this one go as well. It's got some really pretty cool tones in there, but I never reached for it, so I'm going to go ahead and let it go. Okay. And let's see, next up I have another BH Cosmetics palette. I don't know if they're getting rid of these or not. This is the Remix Dance 2000s or thousands. Not sure if they're getting rid of these or not. But if not, I'm going to definitely hang on to this one. I can get the plastic off because I think it's a really pretty color story. It's a nice cool tone color story, which I don't have a lot of cool tone in my collection. So yeah, I think I am going to hang on to this one, at least for now, to make sure they're not getting rid of it. So yeah. Okay. Next up, I have the Urban Decay Game of Thrones palette. This one is brand new. I've never touched it. This one is definitely very nostalgic to me because I absolutely loved the series Game of Thrones. So this is what it looks like if you've never seen it. You open it here, you've got a mirror and you've got something and some wording there. And then if you lift this up, you've got the Iron Throne right there, and there's some more wording down here in front of it. And then the actual eyeshadows are over here, and you pull them out like in a little tray. And this is what they look like, and they're very, very pretty. So I am definitely holding on to this palette. You can't get it anymore. It's more, like I said, for nostalgia purposes, but I also want to use these shadows because they're very pretty. So yeah, I see myself using this in the future, but if I play with them and don't like them, then I will get rid of them because I'm not going to keep anything for nostalgia purposes anymore, unless it's something like, you know, like my husband gave it to me or something like that. That's different. That nostalgia never goes away. Okay, next up I have the Laura Geller, the Casual Collection Multi-Finished Eyeshadow Palette. I think I just recently got this off of BoxyCharm's like pop-up or whatever. It's just a nice cool tone palette, and I really like that, so I'm going to keep that. And I don't think I mentioned, but all of these are my cool toned. I don't have that many of them, so I just put them all in one. This is the Melt Mary Jane, and I recently just picked this up, so very excited to have this in my collection. So it's definitely not going. So yeah, that's really pretty. Can't wait to use that one and maybe make a whatchamacallit, a video with this one. Melt had a pretty good sale, so I picked up quite a few of their palettes that I had been wanting. This I have from Bad Habit, which is no longer around. It's the Retro Love. But since I got rid of my Subculture, I am going to go ahead and keep this because I love the color story. And I know the Subculture is not available anymore either, which makes me really sad. If I happen to find the Subculture in the newer formula, then I will buy that and keep that because I love that color story. Okay, this is also Bad Habit, so it's no longer available. This is Cult Mythics, and this is actually a dupe for a Pat McGrath palette. And so I'm definitely hanging on to it until, at least until I get the Pat McGrath palette. Because I do plan on eventually getting all of her palettes because I love her stuff. They're just so pricey that I'm taking my time. Okay, next I have the Nomad. Oh, and I am keeping that. I think I said that. I have the Nomad Berlin Underground palette. I think they're discontinuing this one, which is a shame. Because it's a very nice palette. I really do like it. Now, the shimmers aren't all that blingy, but that's okay with me. I really love the color story. So I'm hanging on to that. Next up, I have the Stilazzi Stellar eyeshadow palette. And I won this from a YouTuber, and I'm not sure that she's around anymore. Her name's Maria Grimley, and I think that her channel name was Agape Love Girl, but I don't see any of her videos anymore, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go look for her and see if she's on YouTube or on Instagram anymore because I don't see her stuff anymore. I don't know if I just got unsubscribed or if she's not producing videos and stuff anymore, which makes me really sad. But I am going to hang on to this palette because it is a really good palette. I'm gonna make sure it's still available, and if it is, then I'm hanging on to this because it is really, really a good palette. So y'all are going to see me probably not get rid of a lot of stuff here because I don't have a lot of cool tone eyeshadows. I should have probably said that. This is an Ulta eyeshadow palette that I just got in a little Ulta Beauty thing that they had. I picked up their caboodles. So I'm basically just getting rid of all the makeup that came in there because I'm not a fan of Ulta makeup. So yeah, that's gonna go. This is the BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland. I'm not sure if they have this around anymore, but I really like this palette, so I am going to hang on to it. It's a very, I mean, look at those shimmers. It's a very, very pretty palette. So yeah, I'm hanging on to that. And then I've got Love in London, and I'm pretty sure they're discontinuing this. And I'm pretty sure that the current packaging looks different than this too, but I haven't even used this yet, but it's a gorgeous color story, so I am going to hang on to it for now. Now if they do completely discontinue it, then I will go ahead and get rid of it. That's something I'll check on before I list everything, before I put everything up on the ones that I'm questionable on, if they're still going to have them. If they're completely gone from their website, then I'll go ahead and get rid of them. Okay, next up I have Beautiful in Barcelona. This is another one I need to check on because I know I've seen it reduced, but I absolutely loved this palette. I had fun playing with this palette, so I am keeping it as long as it's not been discontinued. So yeah. Okay. Next up, I have, this is from Sydney Grace. This is called Coffee Talk. And I believe I got the deep in this one. Yes, I got the deep in this one. So this is definitely going nowhere. I love Sydney Grace eyeshadows. And this is a beautiful cool tone palette, so not going anywhere. Will definitely be staying in my collection for a long time. Okay, next up, sadly I'm getting rid of this one. This is the Milani Soft and Sultry, but they no longer make this anymore, which is a shame because I loved this palette. It's such a good cool tone palette, but I'm basically trying to get rid of anything I can't, you know, video with anymore. So I think I kept some in the pink and purple category, but in the other categories I probably won't. So yeah, this is the Persona Identity palette. I know that she's changed the packaging on this, but I don't see any reason in getting rid of it just because she changed the packaging. The formula is still the same. This is a fabulous cool tone. Well, it's kind of a cool tone and a neutral palette in one. It's a fabulous palette, so I highly recommend this palette. It's definitely staying. This is the Boudoir Noir palette. Again, fabulous palette from ColourPop. So this one's definitely staying. It's not going anywhere. And it is still available, so yeah. I just don't love the glitter, but otherwise I'm okay with everything else in there. And then this is probably one of my favorite cool tone palettes. This is the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette. So I'm definitely hanging on to that one. It's not going anywhere. And then I have the dupe for it. This is C Color Cosmetics, and I highly recommend this one. It's very affordable, like $6 I think, and really good quality. So if you want to pick up the Obsessions palettes, unfortunately they only have like the original ones. They haven't done like the colorful ones. I wish that they would, but they only have like the original, I don't know, 6 that she came out with, I think. But I really like them. So highly recommend these from C Color Cosmetics. Okay, and then next up I have Juvia's Place, the Rebel Grays, right here. And although I like cool tone, I'm not that much into grays, so I think I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. I like grays, but I like to mix my grays with other things, and this is just grays and maybe a kind of a silverish shade, but not enough for me, so I'm going to let that go. Okay, this one is hard for me because I don't think it's available anymore, but I really do love this palette. So I am going to hang on to it, just probably won't use it on camera. So yeah, it's a really pretty palette. Same thing with this other one I'm about to show you from ColourPop. It's the Baroque palette. Oh, I have 2 Grandeur palettes. I don't know why that is. But here's the Baroque palette, same thing. I love this palette. It's like the cool tone, like blue grays. It's a very cool palette, so I'm hanging on to that one. And then I have 2 Grandeurs for some reason, so whichever one looks less used, I guess I'll sell on my Mercari page. I guess this one looks less used. That's weird. I don't know why I have 2 of those. That must have been a mistake. But anyways, I'd already shown that to you. That's why I didn't show it. Okay, next up I have the Nabla Dreamy 2, the Mystic palette. This is a gorgeous palette. Oh, and let me apologize if you hear my tummy making noises. I just got out of the hospital this morning from a really bad IBS attack. And I'm keeping this one, by the way. It's beautiful. I haven't even tried it yet. And I love Nabla's formula. Anyways, I just got out of the hospital this morning and my tummy's still recuperating, so it's making all kinds of funny noises, so I apologize for that distraction in the background. This is the Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters. I think that they still have this one available. If they do, I'd snatch it up before they discontinue it. It was cool that they brought it back. I think they had enough demand to bring it back this Halloween, but I don't know how much longer they're going to have it, so I would grab it if you're interested. It's a really, really, really good palette in my opinion. I just want to accentuate how much I like this palette. So I think I did 2 or 3 looks. I do have a video on it. This is the Lorac Pro palette, Noir. I do want to do a video on it. Something very cool about this. Now I don't know if they sell refills or not. I would imagine they do, because you can flip this and on the back you can literally push out the eyeshadows. See the little holes right there? And it comes with a little key where you can push out the eyeshadows. So I've got to look on their website and see if they sell the replacements. I'm not sure if they do or not. I don't know where my little sheet went because, oh, there it is. The little sheet has the names of the colors, so you don't want to lose that. It's in black, so that's very classy looking. But anyways, what I might do is just fold this and put it inside here if it'll stay inside here. That way I don't lose it because I don't want to lose it. There we go. That works perfectly. So yeah, I am definitely keeping this palette. I love this palette. Next up I have the Sahara palette from Alter Ego. And this one is a dupe for the, let me think, the Biba palette, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's the Biba palette. I don't have that one yet. I don't have the Natasha Denona Biba palette, and I don't have that yet, so I'm definitely keeping this one. I will eventually probably pick up the Biba, but for now, why? I've got this one, and it's very, very good quality. Almost as good as Natasha Denona. So yeah, definitely keeping it. Then I have the Frozen 2 Elsa palette. Let's see, I don't remember what I think about this one. This one was just okay to me. The color story, that is. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Then I have the Dose of Colors I Love Sahari palette. This one's been very well loved by me, as you can see. Especially those 2 colors right there. I mean, look at that. That's just gorgeous. And that's great for a smoky, you know, black eye right there. So I can't let this one go. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. I might as well swatch those for y'all. So yeah, I don't know if this palette's still available or not, but if it is, I would say grab it, especially if you catch it on sale, because look at those. Oh my goodness. I keep it just for those 2 shades. I mean, I just make my look with that whole palette. Of course, it doesn't make sense to grab another palette if I can make it with that palette, but I mean, those 2 shades right there are specifically what I keep this palette for, because they're so gorgeous. And I mean, I can literally just throw the black on and do you know, a nice transition shade, and there's my smoky, gorgeous, smoky night out look, like really fast, without even having to think about it. So yeah, really like that palette. If it's still available, I'm not sure. I highly recommend it. Okay, next I have ColourPop's Going Coconuts. This is one of my absolute favorite palettes. It's a really nice cool tone palette, super neutral, easy to put a look together really fast. So yeah, I really, really do like this palette a lot. Okay, and then I have the Smoke Show. So of course this is a great, now it's called Blow and Smoke. Actually, I picked this up right when it first came out, and then they had to change it because there was another company that had one called Smoke Show. I think it was Colored Rain, if I'm not mistaken. But that's what it looks like, and it's Blow and Smoke now, and they still have this. So it's a really good cool tone palette. And then this is an awesome cool tone palette. This one's called That's Taupe. Also by ColourPop, of course. I love me some ColourPop. So that's what that looks like right there. Very, very pretty. So keeping that as well. Like I said, I wasn't going to get rid of very many of my cool tone palettes because I just don't have that many of them. So basically, as long as they're still available, I'm keeping them. Now this one's, I don't think it's available anymore, but I am still keeping this. This is the Dose of Colors Mickey Mouse palette. I have the whole collection. I have the Mickey palette, I have the Minnie palette, and I have the Donald and Daisy palette. So I think I said Donald and Daffy earlier when I was showing it. That was just me being tired. But anyways, I mean, what time is it? Oh, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning almost. So yeah, I'm a little tired. But anyways, that's okay. I've slept for like 36 hours, so I'm good. But yeah, this is the Mickey Mouse one, and it's a great cool tone palette. And like I said, I have the Minnie Mouse and I have the Donald and Daisy, so I'm not getting rid of this one, even though it's not really one I can use on camera. It's still, you know, nostalgic and kind of almost a collectible to me. I don't know. This is the gemstone or birthstone for April. This is the diamond palette from BH Cosmetics, and this actually happens to be my birthstone, which sucked as a child. I wasn't able to get a birthstone, like true birthstone earrings, because of course my parents weren't going to trust me with diamond earrings when I was young. I mean, I got the fake ones, but that wasn't the same. So yeah, I'm going to hang on to that one. And then I've got the Dose of Color Smoky Soiree. So this is another beautiful cool tone palette, and this one is available. So I definitely recommend this one. It's a beautiful palette. They did a really good job with this one. I really do like this one a lot. And their other one, I don't know if I have their other one. I want to get it if I don't. It's like a greenish palette. I think I do have it. It was probably in my greens when I was showing my greens and my blues. Okay, and then I'm almost done. I have a ColourPop. This is the Ballad palette right here. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Very pretty cool tone. So yeah, I really like this one, so it is definitely staying. And then I have the Natasha Denona Mini Glam palette. So that one is also definitely staying. And then last but not least, in my cool tones, I have the e.l.f. Bite Size palette in Truffle. And I'm definitely going to keep this one as well, because this is just a great little palette to just make a really quick look, and you don't have to, you can take it with you traveling, don't have to worry about if you break it or whatever, because it's only $3. So yeah, and it's a great little palette, pretty good quality. So yeah, definitely keeping that one. Alright, so those are all my cool tone palettes. Let me take a break and get all of these out of the way, and then we're actually going to start looking at my warm tone neutral palettes, which I have a lot of those. So you'll probably see me get rid of a lot of palettes out of that collection. So let me pause and I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, I am back, and I lied. I'm not going over my warm neutrals. I'm going over my colorful palettes, which I have a massive amount of. So let's get started. This is The Queen by EloiseBeauty.com or Eloise Beauty. I've never tried their makeup, so I am going to hang on to this palette, and I haven't tried this one yet. I got it in a BoxyCharm and just haven't had a chance to give it a try. So yeah, I'm going to hang on to that one. Okay. And I didn't leave myself much room here for the ones that I'm keeping, so whoops. There we go. We'll just start right over there. Okay, next up is The Festival by Juvia's. And I do like this one a lot. I haven't reached for it much lately though, so I think I might go ahead and get rid of this one. Yeah, I think I will. It's got a lot of reds and corals, and that's just not really my thing. So, yep, I will go ahead and get rid of that one. Okay. Then I have the Saharan 2 by Juvia's. And this one I'm definitely keeping. I love these blues and these neutrals in here. So, yeah, definitely keeping these. This is kind of a mishmash of neutrals and, well, colors with neutrals, and then a lot of really colorful. Then this is the Nomad by Juvia's. Yeah, definitely keeping this one. Haven't even used this one yet, but look at all those grungy greens and stuff. Like, this is the perfect time to pull this one out and start using it. So this is a very pretty palette. Definitely keeping this one. And I'm putting those in the wrong spot. Whoops. I would be disappointed if I got rid of those. Okay, and this is the Wahala by Juvia's Place. Definitely keeping this one. This is such a good palette. Now, I'm not a fan of the glitters. Well, I don't know. I haven't tried the glitters. I'm just not a fan of having pressed glitters in palettes in general, but I'll give them a try probably eventually. That's just the way I work, but I haven't tried them yet. But yeah, the one look I did out of this palette I absolutely loved, and I know I love Juvia's Place's formula, so yeah, I'm definitely keeping this. It's gorgeous. It is a very, very pretty palette. So, okay, next up is an Ofra Pro palette, and I know I said in another video that I was definitely not getting rid of any of my Pro palettes. This is in collaboration with Marion Palette. She's on Instagram. She's a Spanish-speaking beauty influencer, but oh my gosh, her looks are incredible. I highly recommend checking her out on Instagram if you're not following her already. Let me go ahead and get the plastic off of this so you guys can see it. It's brand new. I haven't touched it yet. But again, what I love about these is I can change this out however I want to. And this came with a highlighter and 2 highlighters there. It came with a bronzer. It came with 2 blushes, and then these pretty eyeshadows and these neutral eyeshadows. So, and I can change these out with other eyeshadow brands as well, because it's the standard 26mm pan or whatever. So yeah, definitely keeping this one for sure. Faux show. All right. Next I have the ColourPop Fade into Hue palette. Definitely keeping this one. It's got every color I could ever imagine. I wish that it didn't have the glitters in here, but other than that, I'm just fine with that. I wonder if these are magnetic. If they are, maybe I'll try to take the glitters out and replace them with some colors that kind of match them, if I have any that'll fit. I don't know, I'll have to look in some of the other square pans that I have and see if it's the same size. Anyways, I'm keeping this, so I'm just talking out loud. I need to quit doing that. This is the ColourPop It's a Mood, because I need to get through this video. That's why I'm saying that. And I'm definitely keeping this. Like, my eye just automatically gravitates towards this area. It's so pretty. The jewel tones are just gorgeous. So, and I think that everybody said that this is kind of they think this is kind of their replacement of It's So Jaded. So yeah, definitely hanging on to that, because it is very pretty. This is the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. And I will go ahead and tell y'all I'm definitely keeping this. I did I think 3 looks 1 palette with this one. And the shadow quality is incredible, and I really love the colors that are in here. So yeah, I really, really like this palette. So yeah. And I have enough colorful mattes that if I'm missing anything as a transition to make, you know, the look the way I want it to, I have enough colorful mattes in her collection alone that I can reach for to pair with this palette. So yeah, that palette's not going anywhere. Okay, then I have the Revolution X Alexa Stone palette. I really like this one. It's all mattes, and it's all gradients of several different colors. So you've got, you know, your reds, your pinks, your purples, your gray tones. Whoops, let me turn it this way. Your blues, your greens and teals, and then your yellows and kind of orangey colors. So I just love this. It's great. It's good quality, and it's great to make some really pretty looks with by itself, or you can use the transition palette that you buy, or transformation palette that you buy separately that looks like this. And it's got a lot of toppers in here that transform the matte shade. So this is a really, really cool palette. Highly recommend it. And it's cool. They made it to where they actually are magnetic. They magnetize together. Of course, I don't store them that way, and I wouldn't carry them that way. I'd be afraid that I'd damage them, but I think that's really cool that they did that. Plus, if you have any like all shimmer palettes that you need some mattes for, this is a great palette to reach into. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping both of these for sure. So, okay, let me make a little bit of room. I pulled out way too much. Get it done. Okay, next is the Morphe Nikita palette. Definitely keeping this one if it's still in stock. I think they're still selling it. I got it on a pretty good sale, and I really like how colorful it is, so hanging on to that one. Same thing with this Morphe 35D Desert Bouquet. I got that on sale, and I think it's really pretty. So as long as it hasn't been discontinued, I'm going to hang on to that one for sure. And then next I have the Morphe 35S Sweet Oasis. I got all of these on a really good sale, I think at the same time. So that's why I have all of these. And I'm pretty sure this is still around. So as long as it is, I will definitely keep it. Okay, I got my hair in my eye. One sec, there we go. I like the pinks and the teals and the turquoises, and that one's really pretty. And this is the Morphe 35M Boss Mood. I absolutely love this one. So yes, I'm definitely keeping this one for sure. I used to have one that was pretty banged up, so I replaced it. So now I have that one. Okay, I just recently got this one from Beauty Bay. This is the Jade 42 color palette. So yes, I'm definitely keeping that one because I just got it. Haven't had a chance to make a video with it. So be keeping your eye out for a video with this soon. Because I don't know how long they'll be keeping that palette around. That's one thing I hate about Beauty Bay is they don't keep their collaborations or their own palettes around for very long, which is very, very frustrating. Which I've got another one, speaking of, that I was able to get my hands on, but I think that they're about to discontinue this. This is the Nikki Tutorials one. So if you want it, I would go and see if it's still available and go ahead and grab it before it's gone, if it's not already gone. So there's the Nikki Tutorials. It's very, very pretty. I'm going to put that actually aside to make a video if it's still available. Because I would hate for y'all to miss out on that one. It's a very pretty palette. Okay, and then I have the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette, and as I've mentioned in many other videos, I am no longer supporting Jeffree Star, so I will be letting this palette go. So yeah, which I haven't let hardly any go, so I think I need to be a little bit more realistic here and start being a little bit more cutthroat. Okay, here we go. Here's another influencer I don't support. And I recently just bought this. I don't know why. It was on a really good sale. And I don't know why I bought it, because I know I don't support him, so I wouldn't be using this on camera. So this is the James Charles mini palette. I think I just like the size and all the colors that are in here, but I don't support him. I won't use it on camera. So, yeah, that's going bye-bye. And it's brand new. Somebody will get really good use out of that. So, oh, here's my old Boss Mood. I am selling this one. It's still actually in decent shape. I just wanted a new one because it was on sale. And I figured, you know, I'll be filming with it and stuff like that. So I'm letting this one go. It's still in good shape. I mean, I got it super cheap. Otherwise, I mean, it was almost like buy one, get one free or something like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten it. So... then I have the Be Perfect Cosmetics Dream Big Manifest, or Manifest Dream Big, I'm not sure which way. This just came out, so this is another one I need to make a video with. I love Be Perfect shadows. I love her palette, so definitely looking forward to throwing some looks together with this for you guys. So yeah, I'm going to put this back here to make sure I make a video for you guys soon. I've got a stack of palettes back there to make videos with soon. Okay, then I have the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Pastel Dreams. And that's what this looks like. It is gorgeous. So I'm definitely keeping that. Okay. And then I have another Ofra Pro palette. This is the Free Spirit palette. And that's what this one looks like. So it has like the same, I might pull out some of these highlighters that are the same, because I have like this one like 2 or 3 times over now. I think I don't need that many. I think I might have this bronzer a couple times. I'm not sure about the smaller, I'm not sure about these, how many times I have those, but that's what I'm saying. I need to take a look and see. And I might sell the individual goddets. That's what they call them, is G-O-D-E-T, goddets. I might sell them individually on my Mercari page, because I'm just going to use these as almost like empty Z palettes, you know, kind of in a way, because they're really nice and sturdy. They have like foam. It's a heavy duty cardboard, plus they have foam inside of them. Plus they have a really big mirror. Right there. So yeah, and plus you can change out the eyeshadows, not just with Ofra eyeshadows, but with any brand, because I think it's the 26mm size. So yeah. Okay, next up I have the So Jaded by Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, but this is no longer available. And I actually never even used this palette, if you can believe it. So I'm sure somebody would love to have this palette, so I'm going to let it go, since it's no longer available. Otherwise I would be hanging on to it, because I love Kathleen Lights. Alright, next up I have, this is made by Mitchell. This is Head in the Clouds. And it's a gorgeous palette. I need to do a look with it, but that'll be like later, probably, like on my chopping block or whatever, or Throwback Thursday or whatever. But that's what it looks like. So yes, I am going to hold on to that. Okay. This next one, the Masquerade by Juvia's Place, I think I'm actually going to let this one go. I've had it in my collection forever. It's a beautiful, fantastic palette. Highly recommend it. I don't think they even sell this size anymore. I think now it's just the mini size that they sell. Sorry, there's some, it's like dirty down at the bottom, where I guess loose powder had fallen down at the bottom from my last time I used it. But anyways, I just don't reach for it very much, and as y'all can see, I have so many colorful eyeshadow palettes. So I mean, this is still in great condition. It still works beautifully. If you've never seen the shimmers by Juvia's Place, I mean, they're just really next level. I mean, you really can't beat them. I'll swatch them on the back of my hand, but I just don't reach for this particular one very much. So I figured, why not let it go to a good home that will, you know, instead of it just sitting in my collection gathering dust. There's no point in that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let that one go. And like I said, I don't think they sell that size anymore, so somebody might be really happy to get that size, the bigger size, instead of the mini. Now I think they just sell the minis, which is actually the size that I would prefer it in, because I have such a big collection. But yeah, letting this one go. So bye bye to the Masquerade, which is kind of sad. That's one of the first ones that I bought from them. Okay, and the next one I have is the Magic by Juvia's Place. This one though I'm definitely keeping. I love how it goes from light to deep, and you don't really have any neutrals in there. It's just all colorful shades. So yeah, keeping that one for sure, and it's mostly shimmers too, so that makes me happy. So yes, we are keeping her. Alright, and then I have all of the Princesses that they have put out from I Heart Revolution. I have Sleeping Beauty. Haven't used any of these yet, but I have Sleeping Beauty. Plan on doing videos on all of them. The Princess and the Frog. I'm such a Disney holic, so you know, I had to grab these when they came out. Cinderella. I didn't really get the other stuff that goes with them because, I mean, all these eyeshadows and all these like blushes and highlighters is more than enough. So I just stuck with just the palettes. Beauty and the Beast. And I did keep the plastic to keep the eyeshadows from getting into the face makeup and vice versa. The Little Mermaid. I think they did such a good job with the color stories on these. So I had to grab them. Aladdin. And then last but not least is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which I was so happy to see them come out with because, you know, my skin is like Snow White and I've got the black hair, so that's like so my style. Alright, pause for just a second so I can put some of these up and make more room. Moving along, I have another one from Nomad. This is Marrakesh. Okay, and that is what it looks like right there. Very pretty. Definitely keeping that one. Just got it. I just got on a Nomad kick, and like I said, I think they were having a good sale. And then this one is the America's Parks, which I thought was really cool. I just really love their story that they make. You know, they're inspired by the destinations that they travel to, and that's where they come up with their ideas for their color stories. Okay, then I have the Ace Beauté Quintessential palette, and I picked this up, and I think it might still be their old formula. I'm not sure, but anyways, I don't think I'm going to reach for this, seeing it in person, so I'm going to let this go. It is a really pretty palette, but I just don't think I'm going to reach for it, so yeah, I'll let it go. Okay, next up I have the OPV Beauty Spotlight palette. Got this for really cheap, like $9 off of BoxyCharm's pop-up or whatever they call it now. I think it's Bash or something like that. So yeah, I'm hanging on to that. Haven't even had a chance to play with it yet, but I want to try their shadows. I've heard of the brand before, but have never tried their shadows. So yep, gonna hang on to that. Definitely hanging on to this one. This is Kaleidos, and this is the Club Nebula palette that they did in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. And I'm not even sure if this palette is available anymore, but I'm definitely keeping it for sure, whether it is available or not, because she is absolutely one of my favorite YouTubers, and she's moving to Texas, y'all. I wish it was the Dallas area. She's moving to the Austin area. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's moving to Texas from Sweden. I can't believe it. Not that I'll ever probably get to meet her, but who knows? You know, I'm like, she's a heck of a lot closer now. And Lisa J Makeup is down in Austin as well, so that's pretty cool. I'm excited that she's moving here. Okay, next up I have Kaleidos the Escape Pod. And I'm definitely keeping this one too. I haven't had a chance to play with this one either. I love like that it starts off with the purples and the pinks right away. That just grabs me right away the second they released this. I was like, yes, I must have this. It is beautiful. So yeah, keeping both of those for sure. Next up, I think in an earlier video, or it may have even been in this video, I said that I wanted to get the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Christmas Morning palette. Hello, I have it. That's how bad this is, guys, that I have so much in my collection that I forget what palettes I actually have. So that's why I've got to get rid of stuff. So I do have it. So this is what it looks like right here. Beautiful, beautiful palette. Oh, amazing palette. And I have used it, so I don't know. Yeah. Okay, it's 4:25 in the morning. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Could be why. Alright, next up I have the Certify the Affinity palette. Woo! And that's what this looks like. right here. Very pretty. Of course, I'm drawn towards the bottom row more so than the top row, or the top rows, I should say. But definitely keeping this one. I got these like on a really good sale. Okay, and then I have the Certified Dynasty palette. Looks like this. This one I'm not as drawn to. I mean, it's got those purples there, but the rest of it's kind of like meh for me. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. It is a pretty palette. It's just not for me, which is totally okay. And then I have the Certified Tropical Wonders palette. And I do like this one. It's more of a rainbow and it's an all matte palette. And I kind of have that like 3 or 4 times over, so I think I'm going to let this one go. Yep, gonna let it go, gonna let it go. Okay, I have the Unisex 5 from C Color Cosmetics. This is a dupe for the Lemonade palette, so from Dominique Cosmetics. So there was one earlier that I said was the Lemonade palette, so it must have been something else. I can't remember. But anyways, I'm going to let this one go. They don't have the Lemonade palette anymore, and I've never reached for this, and I've had it for a while, so there's no point. Then I have the Midas Cosmetics Flower Bomb. Okay. And this one's really pretty. It's just, I don't know, too many pressed glitters. There's just something about it that just doesn't call to me. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. I've never used it. So, yeah, there's like, what, 5, 6 pressed glitters in here? Ugh. I hate that. I wish that brands would quit doing that. But maybe it'll be somebody else's thing. So, anywho, I'm going to let it go. Okay, next up I have from Clarity Cosmetics. Not Clarity, but Clarity. They were around before Clarity was, I think. This is the matte palette. I love this. This is one of the ones that I recommend if you want bright mattes. And so I'm definitely keeping this. I've made just an all matte look with this a few times and it's turned out beautifully. So yeah, definitely keeping that one. Okay, and then I have some from Profusion. I have the Spectrum right here. And it looks like it is all matte. So I have the Spectrum. So I think I'm going to keep that one. But then I have the Neon. And I don't know, this one just doesn't call to me as much. So I think I'm going to let that one go. I mean, these are only $5, so, you know, whatever. But it is taking up room in my collection, so I'm just going to let it go. Alright, next up I have the Sydney Grace Temptalia palettes. So this one is on the horizon, so I'm keeping all of these. I'm keeping all of my Sydney Grace, period, and Give Me Glow. But that's what that one looks like. And I think I did 3 looks, 1 palette with all 3 of these, maybe? I can't remember. But I really enjoyed playing with these, and the quality on Sydney Grace's eyeshadows is impeccable. Okay, this one is Quintessence. I'm pretty sure it was 3 looks, 1 palette. With each one of them. So yeah, I had a really good time with these and just fell in love with Sydney Grace's formula. I already had heard really good things about it, but I don't think I had tried any of her eyeshadows yet. And then this one is Radiant Reflection. And then I got these and I was like, yep, that's what I'm going to do is 3 looks, 1 palette. That'll really introduce me to the formula, and I fell in love with it. So yeah, pretty much any palette that they come out with I'll probably wind up getting. So yeah, definitely keeping those. Okay, next up we have the Violet Voss Sugar Crystals. And I really like this palette because you've got your row of mattes here. Then here you've got shimmers, and then here you've got like transforming shades or toppers or whatever they are. So I think it's a really fun palette. I haven't played with it yet, but I do anticipate playing with it this summer. Like I said, I'm trying to come up with ways to start using my palettes because I have so many of them, and then just basically make a decision then and there when I use it. Okay, do I like this palette or not? If not, it's going away. Okay, next I have ColourPop, Disney, The Villains, Misunderstood. I honestly don't know if they still have this, but whether or not they do, I'm hanging on to this because I love this palette. For sure keeping this. Okay, and then next I have ColourPop Chasing Rainbows. I know they haven't had this for a while, so I am going to let this go as much as it hurts me to let it go because it's beautiful. They no longer have it, so I'm going to let it go. Alright, next up I have the ABH Riviera, and they no longer have this. So, but C Color Cosmetics does a dupe for it, I believe. I believe it's C Color Cosmetics, but that's what it looks like. It's a very pretty palette, but I'm going to let it go. Okay, and then next is the ABH Alyssa Edwards. Also, they don't have this one anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go as well. Okay, so I told you I'd let some go. I have the e.l.f. 18 Hit Wonders. I don't ever reach for this one, so I'm going to let it go. And then I have the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. They don't have this one anymore. Sorry, I guess I could have opened the other one, but I guess y'all probably all seen that one. But here's the Retro Paradise. It's a really cool palette. I really did like this one. But they don't have it anymore, so I'm going to let it go. I'm trying not to keep too many in my collection that the brand doesn't have anymore. Pardon me, my nose keeps tickling. Probably because I'm talking so much. Alright, next I have Colored Rain Vivid Pigments and Shadows. This is another one that's matte with a lot of color, but I'm actually going to let this one go. It's not my favorite. It is really good, but it's not my favorite, so I think I've kept enough. And then in between my Be Perfect, the Clarity, and the Revolution Alexis Stone, I think I'm set with colorful mattes. So yeah, I'm going to let that one go. Okay, next I have the Ace Beauté Flare Palette. And I think this might be an extra. I think I might have picked this up for a giveaway, so that's probably what I'll do is just set it aside for a giveaway because it is a very pretty palette. Because I'm pretty sure I showed like in the very first video of this series that I have this one and the new one, maybe the new formulation, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna set this aside for a future giveaway. I'm not sure what the giveaway will be, but it'll be in the future. I've got two going on right now that I'm dealing with first that I'll talk about at the end of the video. Okay, and then I have the Deuce by Juvia's Place. And I absolutely love this one. I don't know why I keep the plastic. I absolutely love this one, so this one's going nowhere. Okay, then I have the Zulu by Juvia's Place. This one, oh yeah, I like this one a lot too. So I'm gonna get rid of those plastic sheets, they're driving me nuts. So that one is staying. Okay, and then I have the Warrior 3 by Juvia's Place. Same thing. Love this one, so this one is staying. Okay, I have Ofra the Glitch palette. This one's all shimmers. It's really pretty, but I just don't really reach for them. And I have other shimmers that are just a little bit more, that I like a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and let these go, I think. But now that I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to let them go. Because I have shimmers in my singles that are better than these that I can put in the pro palettes and stuff. Alright, and next up I have BH Cosmetics Trendy and Tokyo. And this is what the actual palette looks like. Okay, and here's what the palette looks like. It's very, very colorful. but I don't ever reach for this one, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Okay, next up I have the Violet Voss Flamingo palette, and I actually just got this one on a really good sale. I can't remember where, but I got it on a really good sale. So that is what that palette looks like right there. Very pretty, so I definitely want to give it a try this spring and see how I like it, and I'll make my decision then whether or not it will be staying long term. Okay, next up I have BH Cosmetics Summer in Saint Tropez. I'm not even sure if I've used this one or not. I guess I have. Yep, looks like I have. This one's really pretty. I'm not sure if they're discontinuing this one or not. If they're not, I'm going to hang on to this one. Then I have the BH Los Angeles palette. And this one is a little bit more like pastels. I think I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. I don't see myself reaching for that one too often. Okay. Then I have the Violet Voss Essentials 2. And I really like this one because you've got your neutrals up top, and then I like the colors that they have down at the bottom. So I'm going to give this one a try. Yeah, so I'm going to hang on to that one. Next I have the C Color Cosmetics Diamond palette. This is actually their own. This isn't a dupe of anything, and it's all shimmers. And they are beautiful. I haven't swatched any of them or tried any of them yet, but I do plan on doing that in the future, so I'm going to hang on to this palette. Okay, next I have the Milk Cosmetics Radioactive, and I have had this for a while and I've never used it, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Okay, and then I have the Melt Vita palette, which I have never used, but I am definitely keeping this one. And if somebody wants to sell me their Muerte palette at a decent price, I'd be more than happy to buy it from you, because I've been looking for that one for a long time. It breaks my heart that I don't have it to make the complete collection. So yeah, with that being said, reach out to a girl. Hit a girl up if you want to sell your Muerte palette, because I'll buy it from you for sure for a decent price. I don't mind paying over retail, but I mean, it has to be somewhat reasonable. Alright, next up I have from It's Belle Cosmetics, I think. Let me look in here because she has, yeah, It's Belle Cosmetics. This is Break the Rules. Look at these shimmers, y'all. Oh my goodness. They are incredible. Are those not beautiful? Here, I'll swatch like that purple, and they're so soft. Look at that. Let me get a little bit more of that purple. It's more of a topper, but that's okay. Look at this. Look at those shimmers. Wow. So, so pretty. So, 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 so pretty. Grab some makeup wipes. So yeah, I've got that one, and I've got the next, so I'm definitely keeping that one, and I've got the Flare palette that they came out with next. And then I've got one on the way. I forget what it's called, but it's on the way. So that one I'll probably do a video on, because I haven't had a chance to do a video on these two. This Break the Rules and the Flare Collection Remixed. Show this one to you guys. I mean, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so, so pretty. So yeah, definitely keeping those. And I'll probably, like I said, make a video with the new one that she just came out with. Alright, next up I have from Lethal Cosmetics and Teresa is Dead the palette Lethal is Dead. Haven't had a chance to play with this yet either, and I think it is still available on their website and also at Camera Ready Cosmetics. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. I really like Lethal Cosmetics. And I love Teresa's Dead, so definitely keeping that. Okay, next I have the Persona Identity 2 palette. You know, I think I'm going to let this one go. It's cute, but I don't know. It's just not the colors that I normally reach for, so I don't see myself really reaching for this that often, so I'm going to let it go to somebody that's brand new. So, oh, this company's not around anymore, so, Swatch Queen. So, it was a pastel palette, so I'm going to let that one go. Okay, and then I have some here from Milani. This is Gilded Twilight. I want to try these out. I haven't tried these since they did this formula. Okay, why do you have to, okay, hopefully y'all can see these through the plastic because the plastic's a pain in the butt to take off. It's all taped on there. But anyways, oh, maybe I can, nope, I can't. Okay, so anyways, that's what that one looks like. So I'm going to hang on to that one. Then I have the Gilded Terra. And that one, they did take the plastic off of, good. It's got taped on the side, I guess, which is good. If you're buying at retail, you want it sealed because you don't want people to mess with it. So there's the Gilded Terra, so I want to try that one. And then I've got the Gilded Pastel, which this one, have I opened it? Yes, I have. Okay, so there's the Gilded Pastel. So I do want to give all of these a try, so I will hang on to all three of those. Alright, this next one is from Butte Bean and Shroud Cosmetics. It's called It's Freaking Bats. It was their collaboration, and I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but it's a beautiful palette, so I'm definitely keeping it. Okay, I should have pulled it out this Halloween and used it, but I completely forgot about it. And then this is Milani's Gilded Getaway. And the main reason I bought this is because my favorite comedian, Gabriel Iglesias, also known as Fluffy, has a huge collection of VW vans, and so this reminds me of him. So it makes me smile every time I see it. So, but I also bought it because I like the colors in here and I wanted to give it a try. So that's what it looks like right there. So yeah, I thought this was the cutest thing when they came out with it. I couldn't help myself. I was like, yes, please, I have to have you. Alright, so next up I have the Electro Pop by Kevyn Aucoin, and sadly this is not available anymore. So I am going to let it go. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to. And then next I have Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne Kaleidoscope Dream Palette. I absolutely loved this palette. Such good quality, but it's been gone for a long time, so I'm going to let it go because I can't use it on camera. So yeah, that one's going. Then I have the Nomad Venice Simplon Express. So yes, I am hanging on to this. Like I told you, I've been on a Nomad Cosmetics kick lately. I don't know why. Maybe because I want to travel. Maybe that's why. I'm dying to travel. We were supposed to go to Cancun earlier this year, and then I got sick, so we had to cancel it. So, you know. Then I have Made by Mitchell, Mini Mitchell Volume 1. And that is what it looks like right there. So keeping this one. Okay, and then I have Ofra Francesca Tolat. And this is what this looks like. And I am keeping this one. I'm not sure if it's available anymore, but I like the shades in here, so I definitely want to keep it to where I could. This is called the Infinite palette, by the way. I I want to keep it to where I could always pop these shades out and put them in my singles and, you know, use those in the Pro palettes as well. So I'm going to hang on to it. Pardon me. Then I have the Ace Beauté Falling For You palette. I got this in Beauty BoxyCharm. Yeah, got it in a BoxyCharm and used it. I did a video with it, I believe. I absolutely love it. Or maybe I didn't. I think I did the video, but it was so old that I just scratched it and didn't post it. I think it was in October. So yeah, because I was sick a lot in October, so I didn't get a chance to post anything really in October. But anyways, I did really like the palette, so I'm definitely keeping it. It's very good quality. Their new formula is really, really, really good. They did a really good job. This next one from I Heart Revolution, Stay Sassy. I have like the whole collection, and they don't have it anymore, so I'm going to be selling this, the whole collection actually. I haven't used any of the shadows or any of the highlighters that I got, so I'm going to go ahead and post everything on my Mercari. It's an adorable collection from the Aristocats, but they don't have it anymore, so I'm going to let it go. Next up, they haven't had this in forever, Urban Decay Moon Dust, so I'm just going to go ahead and finally let it go. I never reach for it. And I actually have Moon Dust singles that I can use if I want to. And then next I have the Urban Decay Electric Palette. This one I am going to let it go. I haven't reached for it in forever. I keep hanging on to it. It's still in great shape. There's a brush there. I'll let that fall out so y'all can see all the colors. It's got two beautiful purples down there that I absolutely love, but I haven't reached for it in forever, and y'all have seen how much I have, so I can't really use this on camera anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and let it go. Wow, I really didn't think I was going to let that one go. Alright, next I have the BH Cosmetics 80s Remix. If they still have this, then I'm going to keep it because I love the colors. This is very pretty. Kind of neon colors and some pretty shimmers in there too. So yeah, and when I swatched them they were really nice. And then next is the 90s Remix, which, you know, that's when I kind of was doing my growing up, was in the 90s. So this is a little bit more pastel, but I still like it. So that's what that looks like. So as long as these are still around, I'm going to hang on to them. So yeah. Okay, and then I have the Birthstone from October. Let me go ahead and open this. I haven't even opened this yet. Take the plastic out. And it's more of a pastel palette, but I like it, so I'm going to hang on to that. I got all of them except for the red ones because I'm not into reds. I don't really wear reds very often. So, oh, I thought we were almost done. We have another pile over here. Sorry. We're getting there, I promise. Okay, next I have from Peaky Rose Cosmetics, the Exotic Peacock. Definitely keeping this one. I wanted this one for a long time. It's like as soon as they came out with it, I wanted it because of the pinks and the blues. Those jewel tones just really grabbed my attention. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. Tug my fingernail and oh no, it wasn't even my fingernail. It was the stupid plastic. See, that's why I don't need to keep the plastic. Okay, so I'm keeping that one, and then I have the Obsessed palette. Honestly, I don't remember what this one looks like. This one's not really my thing, so I think I'm gonna let that one go. Yeah, it's okay, but not my thing. Okay, so next up I have the Bright Lights. This one I do like a lot. I don't like that they have pressed glitters in here, but whatever, that's okay. I'll get over the pressed glitters and I'll use the other colors, and maybe I'll try the pressed glitters, who knows. So yeah, I'm going to keep those. Okay, and then I have some from ColourPop. This one's gonna break my heart to get rid of, but it hasn't been around for a long time. This is the Salvaje palette with Becky G. And I really like this palette a lot, but like I said, it hasn't been around for a long time, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Okay, and then I have the Lush Life. This one I do like a lot, and I believe it's still around, so I am going to hang on to this one. Get rid of the plastic. Okay, next up I have the Lizzie McGuire What Dreams Were Made Of. I think they still have this one. I haven't used this one, and this one's probably not really my color story, so I think I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Okay, and then I have the Malibu Barbie right here. This one I did a look with, and I actually really did like this one. This one was really good quality palette, so I'm going to hang on to this one. Okay, and then I have the Sonic Bloom. I think I also did a video on this one. Yep, looks like I did. So definitely keeping this one. I liked this one a lot. Trying to get it where you guys can see the actual shades, because when they do that gold background, it's so hard to see. And then here's the Cabana Club. I can't remember if I did a video on this or not, but I really do like this one too. So yeah, I'm going to hang on to this one. And then there's the Powerpuff Girls. This one, I don't know. No, probably not. I don't see myself really using this one, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. And let's see, I've got a few other ones over here. Okay, I've got this Tarte Make Believe in Yourself. This one hasn't been available for a while, so it's hard for me to let it go, but I am going to go ahead and let it go. Really, really good quality though. And then there's like a nice highlighter in the middle that I had to repress, but that's okay. It still works very well. Then I have the Fun Size Violet Voss Donut Palette, which I think is super cute. Just picked this one up too on a special. I think it might have been on BoxyCharm. I can't remember where exactly I got it, but super cute. So I'm going to hang on to that one. I've got this Urban Decay. I don't even know what it's called. There's no name on it, but this came out a while back, and I don't think they have it anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. I just need to figure out what it's called. Then I have the Nomad, oh, I can't read that, New York, oh, Studio 54. There you go. I think one of them's supposed to be, or maybe all of them are supposed to be duochrome or multi-chrome. I don't know. I need to check them out. So definitely keeping these. Then I have the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights. Love this palette, so definitely keeping this. Please excuse my chair. It's gotten very used lately, so I think it's creaking a lot. But anyways, I love this palette, so I'm definitely keeping this. The shimmers in here are really, really, really good. Okay, and then I have two pressed glitter palettes, which I'll hang on to in case I have the urge for pressed glitter. I have the Nabla Ruby Lights glitter palette, and I like that they're, you know, in their own palette. So there's those, and I actually did use this. It was very nice. And when I use pressed glitters, I still use a glitter glue just to be safe. And then there's the ColourPop Rainbow Sprinkles is what it's called, and I think they still have this one. So that's what that looks like right there. Very pretty. I don't think the camera is picking up the, let me see if I go, nope, it's washing it out too much. Yeah, it's not picking it up. Like, maybe if I go farther back, it'll kind of pick it up. There we go. It's picking it up a little bit better there, but it's really pretty in person. You can really see the different dimensions of glitter and stuff, so I'm going to hang on to both of those. And only 4 palettes left. Yay! Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Okay, I have the Milani Most Wanted 150 Jewel Heist. I was so mad when I got this home. The whole blue shadow fell out completely out of the pan. I was like, what? So anyways, I just pushed it back in and hope it'll stay. So I'm not going to hold it forward too much. But anyways, that's what that looks like. So I'm going to be keeping this. It's very nice. Okay, and then I have the ColourPop. I don't know if they have this anymore or not, but this was it was part of a special collaboration, but it's called Make It Fearless. But I don't know if they have this, and these really aren't my colors, so I'm going to let this one go. Okay, then I have the Natasha Denona Mini Tropic palette, and this was the only part of the Tropic palette that I really liked, so I'm keeping this. Makes it perfect for me to get rid of the Tropic palette, but keep these, so keeping those. And then, last but not least, I have the Natasha Denona Jubilee palette. This is a 5-pan palette, and it was exclusive to BoxyCharm, and I really do like the colors in here, so definitely keeping this. And with all that, those are all of my eyeshadow palettes. Holy cow, I can't believe I finally got through all of them. I will count them up and put a final tally at the end of this video to let y'all know how many I had in total, how many I'm keeping, how many are going, and all that jazz. But with all that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching and hanging in there with me. If you liked these videos, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I'm just a little micro YouTuber out here trying to get attention. I would love it if you would subscribe also to my channel and ring that notification bell so that you're notified of future content. You know, comment down below. Let me know if you have any ideas or thoughts on videos, types of videos you'd like to see me do, because for 2022 I'm trying to really make it happen and really do more videos more frequently and have like certain series that I do each week, you know, like Shop My Stash and Throwback Thursdays and different things like that, you know, and or like every week or two do like one new palette, things like that. So, you know, chime down in the comments, let me know what y'all are looking for. That would help me out a lot. Also, I have a giveaway going on right now. I do have a 1,000 subscribers giveaway. Once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll be drawing that giveaway. So definitely subscribe and enter that giveaway. I think it's a pretty good giveaway because I really want that community tab. It's killing me to not have the community tab. That way I can communicate with you guys, I can do polls, I can let you know when there's specials, when a palette releases, stuff like that. It kills me that I can't do that. So I really want to reach 1,000 subscribers so that I can get that community tab. Really, 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 really bad. So please subscribe, please share my videos. That would help me out a lot to reach 1,000 subscribers. I just need to get there. Anyways, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed these videos and all my other videos that I have out there. I have a pretty good amount out there. Please feel free to check them out. I try to respond to my comments as quickly as I possibly can. I do work a full-time job and I have a family, so I stay really busy, but I do try to respond as quickly as I can. I love talking with you guys in the comments, so please chime off. I don't care if you know, repetitiously comment like 4 or 5 different comments as you're watching the video as something comes to mind. I love that. That's how I talk to my YouTubers. I'm like, oh, and blah, 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 this. Oh, and this, you know. I'm totally fine with that. I love that. You know, that's like having a IM conversation or a whatchamacallit, a DM or whatever. It's kind of like having one of those conversations, but in the in the YouTube realm, you know. So please feel free to comment. I don't care what it is. I love chatting with you guys. But anyways, with all that being said, thank you again so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day or evening wherever you are in this world. I hope that you're staying safe and staying healthy, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Bye!